And figure number 2 is right here. And it's going to be named by its bases. We can only have 2 bases. And you'll notice the other shapes are rectangles. There's 3 rectangles, so that can't be our bases. So our bases are the 2 triangles. Shade in your 2 triangle bases. And because we have triangle bases and the other faces are rectangles, this is our triangular prism. So number 2 is the triangular prism. And you can draw it sort of like we did the cube. If you'll take 2 triangles and offset them and then connect the vertices, we get a triangular prism. Its base is the triangle, and it has 5 faces, 9 edges, and 6 vertices. Now we're looking for shape number 3. Shape number 3 is going to be the rectangular prism. Everything's made up of rectangles. We're going to call these 2 the bases. We're going to use these 2 rectangles as the bases. They will be parallel each other if we were to fold this net back together. So shade in your 2 rectangle bases. And then we'll go back to the other page. Okay, so number 3, because it has rectangle bases and all the other faces are rectangles, it's a rectangular prism. We draw it basically like we did the cube, except draw 2 rectangles offset and connect the vertices. Its base was the rectangle, and just like the cube, it has 6 faces, 12 edges, and 8 vertices. Then we're going to look at shape number 4. Shape number 4 has got 4 triangles and 1 square. Now we can't have 4 bases. We can only have 1 or 2 bases. So our square will be our base. And we will highlight in our square. Because this shape has a square base and its other faces are triangles, this will make it the square pyramid. And we'll go back to the other page. So shape number 4 is the square pyramid. And to draw it, I draw a square, and then I put a little dot right there, and then I just connect to that dot, and that gives me my square pyramid. Its base is a square. We could also call it a rectangular pyramid. It could have a rectangle base, but in this case we're just going to go ahead and say square. It has 5 faces, 8 edges, and 5 vertices. If we go back and look for shape number 5 now, shape number 5 is made up of all triangles. Okay, so that tells me it's going to be a pyramid. I need 1 base. Its base is going to be this triangle right here in the center. So we're going to highlight in our triangle base. We'll come over here to the other page. So shape number 5 is your triangular pyramid. It's named by its triangle base. And to draw it, I basically draw a big triangle and I put a dot in the middle and I just connect to that dot, and that gives me my triangular pyramid. Its base is the triangle. And it has 4 faces, 6 edges, and 4 vertices. Alright, shape number 6. We need to find its bases. The 2 circles are going to be its bases. So shade in your circle bases. And if I were to fold this shape back, this net back up, I would get a cylinder. With the 2 circle bases and the rectangle, that's going to create a cylinder. So I have this cylinder. To draw it, if you'll just draw 2 ovals and connect them, we get our cylinder. Its base is the circle. It has 2 faces, no edges, and no vertices. Our last shape, number 7, its base is going to be the circle. And if I were to fold this shape up, then it's going to turn into a cone. So number 7 here is going to be the cone. And to draw the cone, if you'll just draw an oval and then make this off the bottom of it. So its base is a circle. It has 1 face, no edges, and 1 vertice.